Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to everybody. I almost forgot the name of my channel. Shout out to everybody. Hey, Persephone. I literally just started live. I don't know if notifications went out, but whatever. We are live. We got to get started. Welcome. We have so much to cover. Um, welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys are voting on the poll and hitting that like button, please and thank you. Hey, Persephone, shout out to you. Welcome. I'm waiting for the notifications to go out if there's any because I literally just went live. Rose, welcome. All right, everybody's coming through. Can y'all let me know? Did you guys get a notification? Let me know. Hey, Zenu Zoo, welcome. Tiki, Monica, how you doing? Rose Gold, everybody, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. My goodness, I'm just letting these notifications run through. You did, Miss Risa? That's good to know. Yeah, you did. You did. Even though I started earlier than what I was scheduled to start. All right, hippie, I'm happy. Vintage Mama, thank you for being here, everybody. How you doing? Are you sure? Shout out to you. I used your comment on one of my videos. Hey, the goodest girl, Sylvia, Jojo. Hey, Bossy, how you doing, love? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Chico's in the house. DB. Who else? Thank you, Karen, for telling everybody to hit that like button. Shout out to everybody from the UK. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Bokumaru Flor. I see you, Cynthia, everybody. Hey, Margot. Welcome. All right. I think we just gonna get started, you guys. But I also got a notification when you went live. Okay, well, that's good to know. Hey, eat more pizza. Welcome. All right, let me see what the poll is saying right now. Where are we starting at? So I got how many people? I got 113 people so far. Go vote because we got 55 votes. Where are we starting with Baby Reindeer or La Poubelle? Where are we at? Let me know. Hey, Cheshire Cat, Jovi Girl, and welcome. Sharon, welcome. Thank you guys for. Hey, Mel, how you doing? Everybody, thank you for being here. Oh, you're sick? Well, get better, love. All right, now while you're voting, let me just say this. Let me start by saying something real quick. Um, so I put something on the community tab. Listen, y'all know I don't ever ask for anything. I'm not asking for anything. Totally, completely optional. I'm wanting to get a different mic for my thing here, but I don't want to return this or to have to do anything different because I might need it, right? You should always have a backup. So this is what I am saving up for. If y'all want to donate, feel free, totally optional. Doesn't need to be. Shout out to everybody in the chat for being supportive of it. Thank you guys. And I want to thank Daisy Girl for her Venmo. Thank you so much. That's towards this thing. I guess this mic, I was talking to somebody who told me that this mic specifically is really good with noisy environments. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. You dropped the cash up right on time. Thank you. Or Venmo, whichever, y'all. Let me tell you this, totally optional. Support your creators however you can. Sometimes it is what it is. For me, it's like if you hit the like button, thank you, whatever it may be. I'm just asking because I'm like, listen, if I'm breaking the bank again, I'm gonna ask for some support. So please and thank you. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And for the person that said what they said, this person right here in the comments, I said, Lord, we always get one or two like this. Somebody said, I'm not being catty. I really don't understand why YouTubers ask for money for studio items, but not money for food and gas. I don't need y'all to feed me like that. I don't need you. Like, that's not what I'm asking for. Oh my God. Anyways, she's like asking for a friend. And I just said, listen, I said, thank you for asking for a friend. YouTubers ask for support in different ways. Not sure what to make of this comment, but have a great day. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Are you guys ready to get it together? Hopefully everybody voted. Where we start? We starting with La Poubelle. We starting with La Poubelle. Bossy, thank you so much. Shout out to Bossy who just donated. Thank you so much, love. Shout out to you. Hold up. Let me see this shit. I just got some. Oh shit. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes we get the information right when we're live. That's what happens. Tea drops, and I'm just like, what do I do with it? Bossy, thank you so much again for donating. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get it together because we got a lot of shit to run through and a lot of stuff to talk about. Shout out to everybody in the chat, you guys. Iron Rabbit, thank you for being a member for like 3 months. That's like a long, long time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, here we go. We're gonna start with La Poubelle. All right. And the reason why I got off the phone is because I'm trying to find out more information about the situation. Oh my God. Let me see. I don't want to shout out your name, but I know you're in the chat. Hold up. Greg, thank you so much. I got you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you, love. All right. Y'all. All right. Let's get started. Thank you, Greg, by the way. So there is a YouTuber here who had like an impromptu interview with the La Poubelle Francoise Koster lady, okay, the owner of La Poubelle. And a lot of people are attacking this young man. And let me just say this, don't. Don't attack this young man for having this. First of all, it takes a lot of fucking guts to have an interview with anybody. Do not do that. All right. He put himself out there and he interviewed this lady who is a Danny Masterson supporter. For those that don't know, Danny Masterson was convicted, and there's a connection to her restaurant there, right? And we're going to talk about it. But I'm just going to say this, you guys, don't attack this young man. If the interview didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, or if you felt like, oh, he was too easy or he was too that, don't do that. Let me tell you why, yo. First of all, it is very hard to interview people on YouTube. Um, Also, it's very hard to do it impromptu, right? Because it wasn't scheduled. It sounds like she was scoping him out and everything. So don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, he's not. He's not. And he did it on the fly. And let me tell you, I don't know if I could do something like that on the fly. I just don't. It looks to me that she picked him out very specifically. So just don't attack him. Don't, like, if y'all have opinions about how to do it, you do it. You do it. And I hope you do it better than most of us, because some people it's better like, people will criticize you on things that you ain't never really done or you don't know how to do, but they want to tell you how to do it better. That's the shit that gets to me. Thank you, Vic. All right, no worries, y'all. I promise I'll shout everybody out when I'm done here. But I just wanted to, tell you guys, like, be nice to him, let him be. Just don't do it. Don't attack that young man. I would feel some type of way. I wouldn't know how to act either. Nobody, like, sometimes this isn't, it takes a minute for us to get here. And I've been doing this for 3 years. I've had interviews where I'm like, damn, I should have done this better. I should have done this different. So he is a YouTuber. His name is Daniel from Salem. And he is a YouTuber that essentially had the opportunity to interview Francoise and outside of that restaurant, right? So let me get to this article. I think the only thing that I would have said as far as the interview goes is because Francoise was playing like she was brand new. I only wrote him a letter, guys. This, like, just the way I just wanted to come over there and pull her for a minute and say, nah, nah. No, you didn't just support Danny Masterson. You went to court with this man. A lot of the drugging happened at her restaurant. So don't let that lady fool you whatsoever. Francoise, you picked out somebody to interview that you felt like was not going to hold your feet to the fire. Had you gone with Streets, had you gone with somebody else that knows your BS, they would have held your feet on the fire. They would have had your ass toasted a little bit just so you could have felt that. She picked them out. She picked them out. So I pulled out specifically this paragraph right here, and this is abc7.com. On direct examination, which, by the way, this is Chrissy, she's the victim here, right? Told the jury that in December of 2001, she and Masterson went to La Poubelle Bistro in Hollywood. Same restaurant everybody is talking about, right? Everybody's protesting out there. She testified that she had one or more 2 glasses of wine and doesn't remember anything after getting up to leave. the restaurant. She says she woke up the next day naked and her anal area was torn and bleeding. See, this is what I'm talking about. Has she interviewed with somebody else? This she picked out this young man. She did. Because we would have grilled her on that. Like, what's so if you knew that this happened to this friend that you said was because it sounds like based on this interview that she was friends with Jane Doe for many, many years. Sounds like that's what was the issue. Why didn't you, you know, keep that in mind? Like, did you not believe Jane Doe? Did something happen? Like, what had happened there? Okay, so let's go ahead and go to that interview. This is Daniel from Salem, his channel. All right, and let's just go to it right away.
No, I didn't defend.
This is Francoise. For those that don't know, who the hell is this lady? This is the Danny Masterson supporter. She went to court. She was doing the most at this, court hearing while Danny Masterson was facing trial.
And anybody, I'm not a lawyer. I sat with people that I knew.
Hold up.
So that's
no,
the
I
thing.
did not.
Oh, okay.
No.
You never flipped them off?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And you were defending Danny Masterson in court?
No, I didn't defend anybody. I'm not a lawyer. I sat with people that I knew that were very sad and hurt. Everybody was sad and hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you sad and hurt?
Yeah, I just don't like what happens to those girls. They have to live with that,
Everything. I
Yeah.
have to live with it too.
Yeah. Okay, so you are sorry though.
I mean, if I've ever hurt anybody.
Yeah.
For anything, whether I don't even kill spiders.
Okay.
I take them outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl, I kill spiders. Sorry, y'all. I don't like spiders, but at least I'm real about it. Look, let me say something. She sits there and she says, "Well, he said, did you defend Danny Masterson? Did this happen? Did this not happen? What was your take on that?" Well, I just sat next to a friend that was hurt. I didn't know what was really going on. I was confusional. That's what she's trying to tell us. I didn't know you needed to be a lawyer to defend somebody. Anybody can defend anybody, right? Yeah. The gaslighting, right? I did defend Danny Masterson. I'm not a lawyer. You don't need to be a lawyer. Like, you see what I'm saying? That she kind of scoped this guy out specifically, feeling like, well, is he really? Because I had a feeling when I was listening to this a little bit more, he wanted to hold her accountable, but she just kept gaslighting over and over. The nerve, the nerve.
And that's how I live my life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can say to you, would you like to sit with me? And I can offer you a Coca-Cola or something, and maybe we can all be friends here. I don't know what to say, but this is ridiculous. The whole thing is crazy. Nobody wants hate in the world. Do you? Do you?
No.
Okay, neither do I. So we agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody wants hate in the world. Do you? Do you? Do you? I'm sure that 400 of you people here don't want hate in the world. I don't want it. But I also want truth. I also want transparency, right?
Okay, we agree on that.
Yeah.
Where are we going from that? The world is already hard enough.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm just saying from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
Like anyone across the world, if they were hurt for any reason by a character.
And you're aware someone did follow me the other night when I left here?
No, I don't know.
And I think he was planning on hitting me in the back of the head. This guy.
I don't know, honey.
I don't know, honey. I don't know. I don't like loud people. I work in LA with the busiest, street intersection for, there. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I have no idea. Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm not the follow people.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to run a business. It's hard enough, right?
Okay.
Somehow managed to get out of the pandemic. My industry was decimated.
Yeah.
You know what happened in restaurants in the pandemic was very difficult for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My mother and I run this business for 55 years.
Okay.
This is
That's
a woman-owned
great.
business.
Yeah.
As I said to one of your colleagues.
Not her pulling the woman-owned business. Well, shit. No shit, Sherlock. Didn't we notice that she's this is a woman-owned channel.
Last night, Annie, that came by, I said, nobody supports rape.
Yeah.
That's like not logical. Nobody does.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
Okay, do you? No, neither do I.
Yeah.
That's not something you support. You support animal adoptions. You support child literacy, right?
Yeah.
She said you support animal adoptions and child literacy. Yeah, because we all need to read, right?
But what about Danny Masterson's wine still being sold?
I don't have number one. There is no wine being sold from him, and he doesn't own a wine company.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any. They were saying fallen grape. I do not have this here.
Okay, so it's not in there.
No, I do
Okay.
not. At all, 0, 100%. I could show you my menu of this. It's not there.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
menus change all the time. But
Okay.
we don't do orange wine.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, because I just thought you had no sympathy at all towards them, towards what happened to the girls.
Listen,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been in business this long if I wasn't a caring person. I'm just going to straight up say that.
Okay.
Hey, Francoise, because somebody asked Francoise who helped her get out of the pandemic situation. I mean, didn't she do like a GoFundMe? Who donated to her cause? Hmm.
Okay. Whatever happened, I don't know. None of us were there. But I do know that he got convicted.
Yeah.
Okay. He's in prison. What are we doing? It's
Yeah.
done. I have nothing to do with it. If you were my best friend, or you were my friend, or you were my cousin or my neighbor, and I knew you for a long time,
Yeah.
I would write something and be like, he's a nice guy. As a matter of fact, I've seen you here 100 times, I don't know, a lot, right?
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
Okay. I said to him, some friends, I said, I bet he and I would get along. I've seen you be nice to dogs. I've seen you be.
Now, let me just say this, okay? This is not just a situation where she wrote a support letter to Danny Masterson. Please note that. Don't let this shit confuse you. That's not what this is about. What happened to Jane Doe number 3 allegedly happened in her restaurant. That's the problem is she's not stating. And I'm also thinking that Daniel from Salem probably didn't know that as well. Had he done maybe looked into this a little bit more, it might have helped him in that. But that's neither here nor there. Like that's information that people need to. If you guys are out there, y'all got to remember that you're not just protesting there because of the letters of support. You're protesting there because of the crimes that allegedly happened inside her restaurant as well, and the way that she looked away and turned the blind eye to what happened. Not only that, then she went to court and supported him. She didn't just sit there and be like, I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to write a letter. Yeah, it wasn't her testimony. Thank you, hippie. Thank you. It wasn't the testimony. I'm going to write a letter to support my friend that I have known for many years. Francoise, I don't know if she has any children, but if he had Ard, your child, would you be writing letters even though he's a nice guy? Like shit like this, we have to be able to kind of put together and understand intent. It doesn't suit her or fit her not to write a letter. How close was she to Danny Masterson that she had to find herself writing a letter for the family? Let me know. They were very close. He partied there all the time. What is it? The Punch, DJ Punch, what is it? Donkey Punch, DJ or whatever the hell they're called? The whole group? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Be nice to people. I've seen you be polite.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes what happens is people do things and we have no control over what they do.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're responsible. It doesn't mean I'm responsible. It doesn't mean you're responsible. Okay.
Okay.
What it means is people do things. We can't control what they do.
Yeah.
What I can say is I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have complete and utter
Because there's
sympathy and respect for anybody that's been in that situation.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't elaborate more than that. But I will tell you, this whole thing is not normal. What is normal is if we all got together and we did something nice for people that have been in that situation.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that's what people want.
Yeah.
Okay, not this you against me. There's no you against me. There's no me against anybody. There's no look at me. Something.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There is no you against me.
Okay.
We're all in it together.
She says, "Look at me. Look at me. Look at me." Yeah, and let's not forget that too, right? See, that's what I'm saying. She scoped out, she picked who she wanted to talk to. Because I'm telling you, streets, somebody else would have held her feet to the fire. She is a piece of work, definitely.
We all have to manage.
Because there was also a narrative the victims were harassed. You harassed them or something?
I know this narrative, but this narrative is not true. And I don't know where you got this narrative from, but it's not true. And I'm not going to go into details with it because I have a completely opposite story to tell.
Okay.
Okay. But all I'm saying is I want peace for you. I don't know you, but I want peace for you too. But I want peace for you. And through all this, we need to find a line of kindness.
Okay.
Yeah, I
agree.
Want to sit here and fucking close these things and not have,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, how do you want to live your life? I wrote a character letter for someone that I knew. What I was asked as a First Amendment right, that's justice, balance, right?
Yeah.
I wrote a letter based on someone that I knew.
Okay.
How I knew them.
Yeah. Did you feel bad at all? Just what happened to the girls though?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a ridiculous question to ask me. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
To anybody.
It's just because I've never seen you in person, I want to be sure.
But I don't know you. Why should I? I mean, right now it's like you happen to be here. I'm happy to sit with my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know you, but I'll talk to you because you seem like a really nice person. You look like you like dogs and you are concerned about literacy for children. Girl, bye.
I mean, I'm just saying, because this is done. I'm not gonna sit here and mess with you. You guys aren't messing with me anymore. I'm done with this. This is. You need to find something. There's a lot of kids that have literacy problems. We need to help people in schools. There's a lot more important things than this. There's actually rape victims that need help.
Yeah.
See, that's the shit that gets to me. She said there's actually rape victims that need help. What are you trying to say with that? What are you trying to say with that? Like when she said this, I literally dropped my phone. I said, "No, she did not just say that."
Okay.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, I just wanted to hear you say sorry, which is good. Like you seem to have some sympathy about it.
But,
You know?
but honey, listen to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for everything that's going on in the world right now.
So I'm sorry for everything that's going on in the world. Not just not what role or not what I did or not what my sorry for everything that's going on in the world.
Because this is not this phone in the face. This is very like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
like,
for my safety and all that too.
I mean, come on.
Her restaurant, Danny Masterson, put in drugs to another woman in her restaurant, and another woman was victimized, and a woman was victimized at her restaurant. This happened all at her restaurant. So, what exactly are you sorry about?
I couldn't punch you if I tried. It's not part of my personality. I don't have that. I don't live that way. I actually thought, I do know Jane Doe number 3, and I thought we were friends. I mean, not that we're friends. I didn't know her for 20 years. I haven't seen her, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't know she had anything angry. She should have said something to me years ago. I don't know what to say, but I'm not going to bring that all back up. What I'm going to say is the person that perpetrated these crimes is in prison. We are done. I wrote
Jane Doe number 3. We were friends. She should have said something to me. Okay. Why? Like y'all see how she's acting? Why would she have said anything to you about this? Yeah. It uh-huh. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's what she did. So when she's being talked to, yeah, it was beyond Darbo for sure, Nona. Like when she's being talked to and then she's talking about there's some real victims down there and we're done. That's right. Who says that? Y'all saw that? I don't feel sorry for this woman whatsoever. I don't. I don't. Nope.
wrote a letter. Like, if someone said to me right now, you got arrested, I know some weird thing happened to you, and that's, you know, like, he was always kind of nice when he stood in front of the restaurant. If someone asked me that about you, you were always polite.
Yeah.
I mean, you've always been polite.
Yeah, I
You're
like
not,
to just treat people. If people are respectful to me, I give the respect back.
Exactly.
You know?
You've been polite. You're not like weird and freaking out and screaming at people like some other people that have come here. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
And you have every right to speak up for what you believe in, but not to interfere with business and stuff and like make you like, this is not how it works.
Yeah, it just would have been nice if you came up before, like beforehand. You know what I mean?
You know what? But I didn't have to because I didn't like. You guys are asking me to do something that made no sense in my world. Because I'm saying I'm sorry because I wrote a letter for somebody that I knew, not someone that I know what they did, but somebody that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
No. See, the deflection, she doesn't take any accountability. What happened at her restaurant in 2001, and she's well aware of it. She knows it.
Period.
Yeah.
I know you here. You seem like you're very polite. I know that you like music. You talk about it.
Yeah, I'm a musician.
It's cool. I know. And that's awesome. I love musicians and I love people in the arts. So, like, what are we doing? Like, you can't push people to do things either that are like, when we're looking, I'm like, what am I doing? What are you doing? What are we doing as a community?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
So we can come together and help victims too.
Anger,
yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I understand. That's true. Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
I live Buddhist principles. Okay? It's very calm. And that's what I appreciate.
Okay.
And I want to be able to, like, when I know you guys are feeding the homeless over there and all that, I think that's rad.
Yeah.
I do that too. I went to Haiti after the earthquake. I worked with people there. I worked in.
Girl, she's like a regular Mother Teresa. The girl went to Haiti. She fed the poor. Y'all listening to her?
Yeah, no,
that's good. Yeah.
I've done a bunch of things. So when you guys are coming at me, I'm like, they don't even know me. You don't even know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Like, get to know me and then judge me.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
But what about there's also this guy who was riding around. Oh, there's this guy riding around that was following us. That was talking with you. He was following the protesters around. The Oron guy.
Who?
On Roy, his name was.
I don't know him. I don't know these people that are following the protesters. I don't know who's attacking these protesters. I don't know. Right.
I get it. I get it wholeheartedly. It should never happen to anybody.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And men need to be a little fucking nicer to women.
Yeah, I think so.
A lot more respectful. Trust me, I run a business in the world. I can deal with this shit every day with men.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
But what happened was I knew somebody and I wrote a character letter based on someone that I knew.
Yeah.
If someone asked me to write a character letter based on one, I only knew one of the girls, I would write a character letter of her. And I remember she had a really beautiful bulldog. And I loved her. I think I have pictures of her.
Okay. Yeah.
I love animals, as you guys all
Yeah,
know.
same.
I rescue disabled animals.
Oh, that's good.
So again, she's a Mother Teresa. She rescued animals. She does it right. Dude, I cannot.
Yeah, and I like that you feed the homeless. That's good. You're saying that. So yeah, I'm just like you never came
You know,
out
I'm a
before. So,
human.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
just like
also a little weird because I'm a different generation. People have cameras in your faces. You know, I could be like your mom. This is like, you know, people talk to you and we sit down and we have like a drink and we talk.
yeah. That's what I wanted to do.
Well, when you got a camera in someone's face like that, you're standing there. It's weird. It's like we have a wall between each other.
Yeah. And then there was people being sent out saying all these. It felt like they were saying scripts to me. I didn't know. I didn't feel a sincere vibe from them.
I don't know. I don't know what people do. I have no control. Like you do, not have control over your group of people, right?
Yeah.
You, I have no control over anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the government. I'm not the police. I'm just trying to run a small business.
Yeah.
I'm a woman owner trying to run a small business.
Yeah.
Period. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make my people happy. I want my neighborhood to be safe. One of the good things about my restaurant is that people do come here, single women, because they do feel safe.
Okay.
Single women go to a restaurant because they feel safe, yo.
Yeah, I
Like
respect
if you're
that.
going after all this, you know, you should shut down all of LA.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of assholes in every restaurant, supermarket, sushi restaurant. I mean, all over. It's LA.
Yeah.
And you're like targeting me because I'm across the street, you know, from Scientology. And it's like somebody guys like put us all together. I'm just a neighbor. I'm a small business in a neighborhood. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Like, I just want peace.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
you
just
want that too.
yeah, I was just under the impression you didn't care for the victims because you had never said anything before. So
I care for everybody. If you knew me, and you knew the people that knew me, they would say, I would not say anything. They would tell you who I am.
yeah,
You heard some narrative for whatever reason. It is what it is. I accept it. But to come out and say that I don't care is the biggest falsity I've ever seen in my life.
Because you don't. Because you don't. She does not care. She does not care. She didn't care before. If you knew this Jane Doe for so many years, you didn't care then. You found out and then you decided to continue to support going to court. Let me pull this damn picture. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Danny Masterson, court. And then weren't they like in court? They were in court. They were, they would go together. I mean, yeah, there you go. There you go. Hold up. There you go. Right? Give me I just can't, yo. They go to court. I mean, every fucking day. It was just right there. It was like nothing. She did. But she's denying it, right? Now she's denying it. She doesn't know how to take responsibility. What is that? What is accountability and responsibility to these Hollywood people? What is that? How do you She doesn't care. So, yeah. She's a good person, y'all. She takes care of dogs and cares about kids reading.
I care about everybody. I might care about everybody just a little too much. That's probably my problem. And just because I don't come out on your time doesn't mean that I don't care. So you come out here and you guys are all freaking out here. Who wants to come out in this mess? Would you? Hell no. You guys are like coming out here like, going crazy in the neighborhood. Everyone's looking at you guys like, what the hell's going on?
yeah. What about the dude who punched DOA though? Who punched Scott? Some guy came out. He threw Scott's phone, right? So Scott was like, "Yeah, that's my phone." Then he punched Scott.
You're asking me about people I don't even know you're talking about.
Oh, bullshit. I cannot with this woman.
Kind of cool.
Oh, you like
I was
it?
actually gonna play some.
Oh, really?
Like, that might freak you out. Also, we should play some tonight. That's why we're not friends yet.
No, that'd be funny.
My mom's.
I can't.
Here, if I had, yeah.
Be careful where you get your news from, because you don't know my side. You do a little bit more now, but
Yeah. Okay.
For me, it's hard to process the loss of other people. Well, I just lost a friend that killed herself last week, and then my other friend died of a heart thing a couple weeks before that. So I've been dealing with a lot.
Yeah. Poe, thank you so much. I agree. She needs a Nobel Prize for contributions to the world, for caring about the kids, for caring about reading. What else? Hold up. Let me see. There was somebody made a really great comment here that I wanted to highlight that really got me thinking. Hold up, y'all. Yo, she cornered the Jane Doe in the courthouse bathroom. She is disgusting. Ah, okay. She supported the Danny Masterson, heard the testimony. She went every day. So now she's upset. Now she's upset that, this is happening right outside her business. I mean, shit.
come out here screaming and yelling and all this chaos doesn't really allow someone like me or anybody else to come out and try to have like a "can I talk to you" moment. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, it
That's
just would
not
have been
how it
nice to have
works.
that, but like we didn't get to have that before.
Well,
You
when
know?
you're coming out here screaming and yelling and freaking out, like
Yeah, I get that.
it's
Yeah.
like exactly like they'll warrant you from like I'm gonna come and say, "Hey, can I talk to you?" When people are yelling at you, it's like
She's in LA. Y'all see how busy that street is? Everybody's yelling. There's horns, there's cars. Don't tell me that you're easily scared over people yelling at you. Do y'all believe in this? She doesn't want to talk the streets because he yells too much. What? It's LA. What are you they're protesting. Yeah, keep her talking, Lady Pamela, right? Keep her talking. That's she's a peaceful person, she's peaceful. She doesn't like people yelling. She gets, she feels some type of way about the yelling. I can't.
I don't do that because I don't yell. I don't live that life. I live very peaceful and quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's scary to me when someone comes at
Girl,
me and screams.
Yeah.
It's scary
downtown LA.
when I see DOA running around, and it just that's not normal in my world. My world is let's talk. Let's sit down, let's talk, let's find our differences, and then guess what? Let's find our commonality.
Yeah.
And our commonality is called humanity.
That's true. I think we all just want peace, And it's good to just sit down and talk in person with people. That's really what I wanted,
And then all of us need to personally activate that. Which is why when I saw you, I was like, oh no. And I was like, I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah, I respect
You seem
that.
very calm and like cool energetically. I could, again, I told you I'm dealing with a lot with my own family. So it's like I can't have this chaos. So you seemed very calm. And then you always seemed calm. Like someone that I could just I don't know. I always thought at one point perhaps you and I would talk.
Okay.
So she's been scoping him out. She said, I always thought you and I would talk. We would, talk. She's been watching. She's been trying to see who she can talk to. She can't listen. Let me tell you something. I was thinking, I was like, I would love to talk to her. But see, if I ask her questions or Streets or Aaron or somebody else or Poe or somebody else interviews her, we're going to hold her feet to the fire. We're not going to just let her speak about dogs, humanity, children that can't read, literacy, world peace, Haiti. No, 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 no. Bring it back. Bring it back. We're not going to do that. We won't be doing that. Appealing to emotion. Thank you. I was thinking about what logical argument what fallacy she was trying to make here. Appealing to emotion, trying to pull at heartstrings. And for some of us, I just said that ain't working because I find it interesting. She has restraining orders. Didn't she file a restraining order against, was it Streets and DOA? Yeah. Mm-hmm. She would never. She would never. Girl would never. She wouldn't know what to do. She wouldn't know what to answer. She wouldn't. I heard. All right. Let me stop right here and let me shout out a couple people I know because I just kind of went right to it in the live. Shout out to everybody. So Iron Rabbit, again, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Vic, thank you for the $9.99. My love you. I know. Listen, shout out to you. Thank you so much for supporting me. Iron Rabbit, creators I know have for necessities, but extras like little equipment isn't usually in their budget. Iron Rabbit, thank you so much. Shout out to you for supporting my channel. Eat More Pizza says, sorry, I don't have Cash App, but here's a couple of bucks towards the mic. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, we're going to upgrade. We're going to figure this out. 714 Patty, thank you for becoming a member. Lady Pamela, a member for 5 months. Shout out to you. Thank you. DB, thank you for the $15 for the mic fund. Listen, I'm excited. I'm ready for a new mic. I just can't get rid of this one yet because Baby Bunny's so loud and stuff. So I still gotta be careful with that. Janet, thank you for becoming a member. DB, she can't even look at him in the eye. She's a foul human, yo. But like JoJo said, she's appealing to emotion to try to make her argument. It's fully it's a fallacy. You can call that out call it out right away and you could tell. Just know it. I agree with you on that. Bella Storm, thank you for being a member for 9 months. And Rose Gold gifted 5 memberships. If you got a membership from Rose Gold or DB, put some hearts in the chat, please. And thank you. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Vintage Mama says she was so manipulative. Viper. Ooh. Thank you, Jackie. Shout out to you. Yeah, we got to do a mic fun. Okay. She's batshit crazy. I'm just not. I'm not buying it. Take it back. Return to sender. Return to sender. I cannot. No worries. All right, let me see who else is in the chat. She don't want to interview. She wants to give a speech, right? You said, I think Xenu wears a G-string. Miranda, bye. She supports an artist, but she's scared of loud words because it makes sense. She's scared of loud noises, and her restaurant is dead set in the heart of what? Downtown LA? In the heart of Hollywood around that area? I mean, come on now. Stop it. I'm so scared of loud noises. I like having conversations. Girl, bye. No,
Yeah, because I've been
You're a
through
nice
a lot,
boy.
so yeah, I like to just treat people with the same respect they give
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you seem always like a nice boy. You were quiet. You're like not, you're not like aggressive. Aggression scares me.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't it scare you?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask the victims of Danny Masterson if they were scared. Ask the victim, specifically Jane Doe number 3, if she was scared. If the aggression that she went through and the bullshit that she went through with Danny Masterson after being drugged at your restaurant, ask her if any of that aggression scared her, if that triggered anything, if that what happened there. Ask her that. Right, right. She I cannot. I cannot. Anyways, let's keep playing.
Yeah, I do appreciate you apologizing too. Like that's what I would have liked to hear before, but I do appreciate that and talking to me in person. Like that I respect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Come on. It's gonna be okay. We all want the same thing. We all just want peace.
Let me go wipe my tears. Oh shit, I don't have any tissue. I guess I can't. Anyways, she must have a lot of arguments because she's unreasonable. I'm just saying, y'all, please, do we have tissue boxes, emojis? Put some tissue boxes in the chat, or tissue, or toilet paper, or what is it? Poop emojis, some violins. Yeah, I don't like when grown people call other grown people boy, or grown men as boy. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But that's just me. That's just me. The worst acting ever. You guys are horrible in the chat. Shout out to y'all. I'm just joking. You guys are funny. Hold up. Let me see what the poll says. Let me close this poll out because I know we started with La Poubelle. Okay. Hi, Dios mío. What do you guys think? Well, I mean, like I said, and y'all, please don't give this. Shout out to Daniel from Salem. Go check out his channel. It's in the description box. Do not give this young man a hard time. Don't do that. Like I said, it takes guts to go and interview somebody, to try to hold anybody accountable or try to ask questions. Matter of fact, it's very hard to do that as a YouTuber. Do not give that young man any, look at me, young man. He's probably at the same age or something. Do not give him any hard time whatsoever. All right. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. A lot of people like to criticize YouTubers on how to do something better, and half of you guys wouldn't even know how to do or how to act. So please be nice to him, send him some love, and just be nice to him in the emails and stuff. Okay. Heidi, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you. I think that's best because I feel like a lot of people are sending him some type of I got the sense that people were upset with him. It is a learning experience. You guys, you got to understand, it's very hard to do YouTube on a live. Like it just is. So if this is new to him, I think it's awesome that he took a risk. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, yo, and go send him some love, okay? Go send him some love. And then this person right here, Francoise, look at how manipulative she is. But one thing, I'll say this: Daniel did an awesome job in keeping her talking because we saw how manipulative she is, right? Y'all see that? See how she likes to spin it? She likes to fidget spin the situation. Okay? She is not a victim. She is not a victim whatsoever. Not a victim. All right? But y'all notice this? Keep her talking. She likes to fidget spin this. Well, why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised whatsoever? Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. She degraded him, then took over, then the fake tears. He's a very nice man, and she caught him off guard, telling him that she's old enough to be his mother. That was weird. Girl, bye. I don't like that whatsoever. So what if you're old enough to be my mother? That doesn't mean I don't get to hold you accountable and talk to you whatsoever. Anyways, again, shout out to him. Go show him some love and, be nice to him in the comments. Okay. We are moving on to this last part. This whole baby reindeer thing. Have you guys been watching? Have you guys been watching what's been going on online? Listen, allegedly, there's like siblings, brothers, nephews, I don't know, cousins from Fiona, from her family. Have you guys been watching this? There's lawsuits that are going to happen. There are so many things that are happening. I cannot. So Piers, shout out to Popcorn Planet. He was on the listen, that's pretty awesome. He was on Piers Morgan's show. Okay. Up there. He was getting out of LAX. He was ready to go film and everything about the you could just see the excitement. This is so interesting and we got to get into it. All right. Let's go. Moving on right now. Watch this shit. They're in this debate about what case this Martha Scott, aka Fiona, might have. All right. Ooh.
So I'll just break it down, just so you know, those two things can be true, work together at the same time, but they often clash. So for you, in regards to a moral perspective, you were completely and utterly wrong, Piers. The reason why is because you decided to exploit a situation in a way that is deemed to be unfair and underhand. Why? Because with all of your expertise, with all of your intelligence, you decided you was going to, and I'm talking to you right now, but I'll let everyone know, you decided he was going to capitalize off of a situation in a way that isn't okay. The reason why is because he knew with his expertise.
Look at Andy's face, yo. Look at Andy's face. Y'all see his face? Popcorn. Y'all see Andy's face? He's like, what? What are you talking about? So Pierce is getting called out. I don't know her name. Is it Irmani or Armani? I forgot her name. But she had everybody upset in this poll. It was hilarious. Y'all see Andy's face? And look at what is it? The other YouTuber, I forgot his name. Is it Chief Tatum or Chief? Y'all put it in the chat. I don't really watch too much, but I've seen him around. Look at their faces.
That he was, I don't know, or she was rather, potentially a
Tatum.
compulsive liar. That's the truth. Potentially mentally unstable and unwell. And in spite of knowing that, with all of your expertise, you decided to continue with the interview. And this is why you morally went wrong. But I will be fair, because I'm a centrist. I'm not left, nor am I right. I'm a centrist. From a capitalistic perspective, that's what we're talking about, morals versus capitalistic perspective. From a capitalistic perspective, Piers, I believe you were excellent, fantastic. This is why it's annoying, because he does really well. He saw an opportunity, he utilized it, and he decided to lead the way and blew every single person out of the water. So in terms of a capitalistic perspective, he was right. He was accurate.
Okay.
So you are.
All right. So let me ask you guys in the chat. Was Piers Morgan wrong for interviewing Fiona, aka Martha? Was he wrong for that? And he don't put up with bullshit. No, he doesn't. You'll see his face. This is the perfect Andy. I'm sure you're busy, but if somebody can make a meme of Andy's face, this is that would be a perfect face. I'm just saying.
You are right, you are wrong. Both things can be true at the same time, and therein lies the conundrum, and this is the conversation we are here to have.
Well, that's exactly the conversation we're going to have. So here's my response. Before I go to Chris Dorr next, my response would be this. Obviously, we gave it a lot of thought before we interviewed Fiona Harvey, because I, like many millions of people around the world, I'd watched the Netflix series. And it was a very harrowing series. It's very funny in parts. It's shocking. It's moving. Yeah. It's all of those things. It's very honest if you believe that Netflix, when they say this is a true story, are telling the truth. But the real issue came that once Fiona Harvey's identity became known very, very quickly, thanks to internet sleuths, and it wasn't difficult. They chose an actress who looked like her, and they made her sound like her. They revealed it was a North London pub where she'd been in, and then they revealed all the choice of messages, which could be easily tracked back to her own social media. So this took about 10 seconds for the sleuths to work it out. Once her identity was out there and she was being written about in the papers, she was furious at what she saw as an unwarranted invasion of her privacy, because no one on Netflix or Richard Gadd, of course, the writer and the star of the series, had bothered to run this past her or check if it was okay that they did this to her. No duty of care she felt by Netflix or Richard Gadd or Clark and Well Films, because she was so easily identified. So they claimed to be protecting identities of those in the show they depicted clearly wasn't true and clearly was useless and ineffective.
Basically, they found her, yo. Like Netflix didn't do a good job in trying to protect this woman's if it was based on a true story. And then the more you found out, it turns out based on what she's saying, that some of the things that Richard Gatt put out there isn't really true. Like they've been embellished. You said you don't know this lady. I listen, I love that Piers brought somebody with an opposing view, because that's what makes the show interesting. You don't want everybody agreeing with you, in general. So I love it. I love this energy.
But thirdly, that she felt very seriously that she was being exploited for massive financial gain.
She looks
People were making
mad.
a lot of money out of this story, and the story was not, as they claimed, the true story, but was a false and irresponsible mischaracterization of the truth. Now, I don't know where the truth lies.
No, you do know. You do know.
Hang on,
Don't
hang
ever
on,
say that.
hang on,
Don't ever say that again in your life.
Iman,
You know.
I don't
You do
know. I don't, well,
You do
okay,
know.
don't interrupt.
I will.
Okay, but you haven't let me finish.
Okay,
You
go
don't know
ahead.
because absolutely
She said, I will. Oh, I love that. I love that about her. Don't interrupt. I will.
no journalist
Reindeer.
in the world has yet been able to establish that
Love
this
it.
lady, Fiona Harvey,
Perhaps you're not good enough.
has a criminal
Perhaps you're
record.
not good enough, journalist.
Can you stop interrupting?
I'm going to interrupt you.
It's a bit pointless because
No, it is. Continue.
Okay.
Continue. You got this. You've got
Nobody,
Love.
including you, has produced any evidence that she's even been in a
Haven't,
courtroom
yeah.
or charged with any offence or been convicted, let alone, as the Netflix show shows, her confessing to a crime which led to an 8-month prison sentence. And that, if it's not true, to me,
That's fucked
massively
up.
discredits the Netflix series and massively contradicts their claim it's a true story. So let me bring in Crystal.
So what's true? All the true, like what was true about the series? What was, let's be honest, like this series, I watched it. I watched all 7 episodes. I had to rewatch some of them. I had to like, was very worried about like that. What was it? The 4th episode it was very hard for me to watch. Trigger warning. I mean, the man is being sexually assaulted. It was really hard to watch some of that. But what part of her, like what, if she's not a convicted anything, then they lied about that. Right? It's definitely Jody Q. It was definitely a very harsh, it was dark. It was dark. And it touched on so many levels. Now, how come? Let me just ask this question, all right? Let me figure out how to ask this because it's a tough question to kind of ask. The man that sexually assaulted Richard in this is part of his story, right? Allegedly is somebody in the industry. I don't feel like it's like nobody should be pressured as a victim to out your abuser. Nobody should do that. Nobody should be pressuring you to do that. However, is this person who drugged Richard and R'd him and did all kinds of things to him, is that person still in the industry? And if that is the case, does he have other victims that we don't even know? See, that's the piece that really gets to me because I'm sitting here thinking everybody's so worried about Martha and what she did and all these things. But Joe, we might have a real life perpetrator out there in the industry. God knows who or what he's done. So that's also what worries me too. We're worried about Martha. Okay, I get it. Okay, or Fiona, Martha Fiona. But listen, what about that other perpetrator, the man that allegedly R'd him in the industry that didn't get outed as Fiona Harvey did? I'm just curious. And it's not our place to tell him you need to out another abuser. Okay. It's not our place to do that. But I got to sit here and kind of wonder, like, ooh, girl, like, or whatever. Like, this is concerning to me. All right. This is concerning that it hasn't been exposed.
Casey, a King's Counsel, so a top lawyer. Chris, I know that you've spoken today to Fiona Harvey. Having spoken to her, having watched my interview with her, having been aware of the global noise around the series, obviously, what is your view about the legal issues involved here?
Well, I think I agree with your analysis a few moments ago. If this show had been presented as a work of fiction or semi-fiction, and if that had been made crystal clear as a disclaimer at the beginning of the show and at the end credits, I think people would kind of understand that there is artistic license in that process. But I looked myself today at the Netflix press release for the show, and I think it described it as a true story at least 5 times.
Yeah.
And in fact, at one point, it describes the the source material for the show as being, quote, real life. So throughout Netflix's marketing of this show, and in the presentation of the show online on the Netflix platform, it's presented as being true. There's no caveat to that. And the problem with presenting something as truth when it is untrue, and would be knowingly untrue to Mr. Gadd, the creator of the program and of the script, the problem with that is that if the person involved is readily identifiable, as here, as Fiona Harvey clearly is, then that person has a legitimate grievance. And I've spoken to her today, as you say, and she rightly feels extremely aggrieved at what's happened to her and her.
She might have a grievance, you guys. She might actually have a case in this. That's an important thing to kind of highlight.
Reputation.
And to be clear, I think there were a number of times personally in my interview with her where I didn't think she was telling me the truth and where what she was saying stretched the boundaries of credibility. However, I do think it's really significant that Netflix had this big denouement scene in the final episode, and I can show a little bit of this.
Yep.
We actually show Fiona, the real Fiona, watching Martha, who is based on her, and this scene from the final episode. Let's take a look. There's one key point in the drama that has Martha's character pleading guilty to intimidating Richard Gadd in court and sentenced to 9 months prison time. Let's watch.
You're charged with the stalking of Mr. Donald Dunn between the dates of the 14th of August
We talked about this scene here, you guys.
2015 and the 22nd of March 2017. Are you guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
You're charged with the harassment of Gerald Dunn and Eleanor Dunn between the dates of the 6th of June 2016 and the 22nd of March 2017. Are you guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Yeah, her face, yo, I don't know. I feel some type of way about it. They said the Blair Witch was true or based on a true story. That's a great question. Man, the Blair Witch, that shit got me scared. Because you remember how when they did the Blair Witch, they did that like website that was kind of like they put the evidence up there. It seemed, I remember back when it came out, was it 1998 or 99? I was scared shitless of the Blair Witch Project, and I didn't even watch it before.
Now, again, there is obviously a resemblance between.
Do you think so?
Only
flattery.
Well, I don't mean to flatter you or not flatter you. I just think there is a resemblance, having met you, and you both speak Scottish people.
Yeah.
But the fundamental point of this is, did you take part in that? So did you go to jail? Did you have
No,
a trial?
of course not.
Have you ever been to prison?
No.
Have you ever been charged with a
Nowhere
criminal
near it.
offence?
No.
Never?
No.
Nothing? So that scene is completely
That's
invented.
completely false.
Now, Chris, from a legal perspective, I would have thought it's not difficult to establish whether she has a criminal record. There are ways of doing this, aren't there?
Yeah, there's
The lady's so mad. Shout out to her. She's so mad. Look at Andy's face.
the Disclosure and Barring
Lord.
Service, and which issues certificates, criminal records checks, as they're more commonly known, and anyone can apply for their own disclosure and barring service certificate, and that will reflect whether someone's been convicted in court. And there, of course, there are court records. If it's suggested that this is a true element of the story and that she did appear in a criminal court, was convicted and was sentenced, that's a matter of public record, and whichever court that happened at would be able to release that information to the press. So it's either true or it's untrue, and therein I think lies the problem for Netflix and the creators of this program, because I have yet to hear, by way of defence, that there is a court record showing that Fiona Harvey pleaded guilty to a crime and was sent to prison. And you would have thought they'd be shouting from the rooftops if any such record existed.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
Do y'all see that? He said, I have yet to see. This lady does not have a record. People have been saying, well, she does. I don't know, man, but she has a history. What was it? The Laura Ray? That's another lady too. People have been speaking out.
But we would have it by now, no question.
Sorry, can I interrupt? I'm sorry, I'm really annoyed.
Yeah.
Chris, you know better, you're a lawyer. Oh, sorry, am I correct in saying you're a lawyer?
It's a KC, it's a King's Counsel.
Okay, perfect. Right, so you
Extremely
know
senior
that. Right,
lawyer.
if you did your homework, you would have realised that Richard Gadd made it very clear that Netflix fictionalised the story. Let me
No, they
repeat.
didn't.
Yes,
They
they did. They said
didn't.
it. They made
They
it very
didn't.
clear, and yet you're saying you
No,
were
no, no,
facts.
no,
They
you're wrong.
fictionalised it. What are you
No,
talking about,
but the
Piers?
Netflix
What are you
series
talking about?
says this is a true story. And in fact, further than that,
No,
it said-
no,
hang on,
no, no,
hang on,
no,
hang on, let me finish. Further to that, last week, a senior Netflix executive appeared in Parliament and under oath stated the following.
Okay, go ahead.
It's an extraordinary story, and it is obviously a true story of the horrific abuse that the writer and protagonist Richard Gadd suffered.
Listen, the fact that they had to go to the Parliament, come on now, like that says a lot. The fact that they had to take it there, that says a lot. Let me try to speed up to what other folks. Oh my God, was it Tatum? This one right here is
And
great.
do you believe Fiona Harvey?
Well, I'll say this, the reason why the story is so compelling is because it's supposed to be a true story. I mean, me and my wife watched the docuseries and we were blown away that this really happened. I mean, it was, implemented or at least stated that this woman was absolutely insane and out of her mind. How could you send thousands of emails and messages? She couldn't spell. She was kind of dumb. She lied about her story. She was an incredible stalker. I mean, I felt, some type of way and I didn't even experience it. And the only reason that anyone could feel that way is because it said at the very beginning of the documentary that this is a true story.
Yeah.
And so I watched your interview and it had millions of views. And the reason why it had millions of views is because the implication of this young lady. And she actually comes on and does an interview with you. And my basic point is this, when it comes to her interview, she made a lot of claims in your interview that if any of those claims are true, that this is a huge problem for Netflix, because she said things that can be readily provable. And if Netflix did not approve any of these things, they're in a huge amount of trouble.
Yeah.
She said she's never been to jail. She said she had never bashed anything at the parlor there at the bar. She claimed that she had never assaulted him, raped him, or whatever they want to call it. She claimed that she had never done any of those things. And if she's done none of those things, this documentary should have never been made, or they should have clarified.
One extreme to the next, with all due respect, and I know I keep interrupting, but I'm gonna do it anyway. With one extreme to the next. I already said this, and I hear you, and I appreciate you, because I've seen you, and you talk a lot of sense. So I'm gonna be respectful, okay? And a lot of nonsense, and a lot of nonsense. All right, balance. So they already made it.
Girl, you talk a lot of sense and a lot of nonsense, and I'm gonna be respectful. I love it. I love it. Look at this. Look at his face.
Clear that it was fictionalized, which I said earlier. But you know what? What
Not
you're all
true.
saying, wait, what
It's
you're
not
all saying,
true.
wait.
It's not true.
Wait, can I finish?
You can keep
Wait,
saying it.
You're the
okay,
only
hold
person that's
I'm
saying
gonna give you
this.
something different.
You are the
Something
only
different.
person on
Chris, you
planet
said,
Earth
hold
that's
on, let
saying
me
that it's
finish.
fictionalized.
Gentlemen, allow me to finish.
You can't just
You,
keep saying
but
the
you're
same
interrupting
thing.
everybody.
So,
Look at Andy. Andy, I've never seen Andy so quiet. Oh, I love this.
fictionalized.
Can you
What
let
you
us
want,
talk?
what you want, gentlemen, is the caption at the beginning, a true story, but was fictionalized. So you want a true story. You want
Well,
the
yeah.
full sentence. You want the full sentence.
This
a true story, but
docuseries,
fictionalized.
Yeah.
I can told you it was
docuseries is
fictionalized. They did it
pointless
in
if it's not
interviews, but you
true.
don't want to hear that and class it as
If this
untrue. That is a lie because you want
would
extremists.
not
We're
have
all
gotten
extremists.
any
I'm the
exposure
centrist.
All right.
if
I
it
get
wasn't
down to
true.
nuance.
Let me. All right. Let me.
Richard
No
Gere
one,
was trying
no
to
one
do
wants to
with
watch the
this
fictional
All
story.
right. Come on. Let me bring in Andy.
Hey, true story, but fictionalized. I love it. Okay, wait. Rose, I heard I did get sent the link for this nephew. I heard that it wasn't real. So I don't even know, like, did they just platform somebody? Like, how did they determine that this was actually this woman's nephew? I don't know, yo. I don't know. But I've heard like it's not real, it's fake. That's why I didn't even really entertain it. I'm gonna wait for Fiona to say that it's real, you know?
Andy here. Andy, look, it's not true that they said it was fictionalized.
Lies.
You can call it lies. It's actually a lie to say that they said it was
No,
fictionalized.
you're actually being inaccurate, and you know this.
No.
And you know this.
All right. It's a pointless argument because you
Right,
clearly.
and then don't say that because you know I'm going to argue with you. So don't say that.
Let me bring in Andy.
Start again.
Andy, from a pop culture point of view, your area of global expertise, how big a phenomenon is Baby Reindeer?
Come on, Andy.
Oh, it's massive. And I hear the argument she's making about you of, oh, should you have had her on? Of course you should.
Don't let me down,
I bet
sir.
she watched the interview too. We all watched the interview because we wanted to see if this person was real and if she had a case. And I think all this just comes down to the fact of, are those emails real? Did she really stalk and
No,
send
it
these
doesn't
things?
come down
As
to
Officer Tatum just said, she made a lot of claims
doesn't
on your
come
show
down
of things that aren't real. If those aren't real, she has an absolute case. I think Netflix made a real error when they didn't clean up some of the lines from the show. I mean, she was easy to find because you could look up, I need you to hang my curtains badly on Twitter. And it was literally to Richard Gadd. This is a massive error on Netflix.
That is very true, you guys. Come on now. Netflix made a mistake, an error. Richard, all these people involved, they made a mistake in this. But Vic says creative license are made for this reason. Oof.
So you can keep interrupting us and saying whatever you want, but there absolutely are fair legal debates here.
I agree.
And
Let
there's
him finish.
absolutely.
Let him finish speaking.
No, I'm going to say I agree. It's a compliment. I agree.
I don't
agree,
care.
sir.
I want to talk.
I agree. No, I'm
Let him
agreeing.
speak,
I'm agreeing, sir.
please.
Please.
Wait, Jamie, that's a good point. So, for those that watch the Gypsy Rose stuff, Gypsy Rose documentaries are essentially straight up lies, allegedly as well. That's a good point. So, is everything that Gypsy Rose says that happened to her a lie too? Because it's based on a true story, but not really, but yes. It's a mess, you guys.
I'm
Please
giving
be
you the
quiet,
answer.
man. Let him
Thank
speak.
you.
Shut up, Piers. Go. I got you, sir. Let's go. You are
Oh my God. How do you do
Listen, you would not be in my show if you said, "Shut up, Pierce." I'd be like, done.
this, Piers? I was trying to say, I think Netflix isn't a problem. But if Fiona's, I don't think she was telling the truth. And but if she is, and Netflix was hiding some of this, it's bad. But I wanted to add, sorry, I got distracted by interruption. I think it's important to say, look, morally, should you have had her on? I've wrestled with that myself.
Yes.
She chose to
Yes,
come on.
sir.
She chose, but wait, ma'am, she chose to put herself out there. She chose to keep her Facebook
She's
public.
just as bad as
She
Piers.
chose to talk and
She's
do
just as
interviews.
bad as
No,
At the
she's
end of the day,
entitled to-
She's just as bad
I had a
as
psychologist.
Piers.
She's
I had a
entitled to
psychologist
tell
come
her
on.
story.
Yeah, of course she is. That's
Yeah,
the natural plan.
I had a psychologist say, is this, does a person, someone, it seems like it's narcissistic personality disorder, potentially. I'm not a doctor, but as experts I've spoken to, that's where it is. And that doesn't mean you have a lack of awareness or that you're unable to know right from wrong.
Right.
So the question for me is she so mentally ill that we shouldn't be talking to her? If she's done the things she's done, yeah, we should be calling her out. Yes, we should be demanding accountability. And I think the funniest thing about all of this, the one part apparently that's not true about Netflix is her not taking accountability in court, which is not a good look for her. So I think if the emails and all of that are inaccurate, she absolutely has a case in my opinion because she was so easy to find. And I hope a judge, I'd love to see that case, and I encourage it.
Here's
41,000 emails. You guys remember that? 41,000 emails, so many messages, and then she tried to minimize it. Somebody's not telling the truth here. And you know what? I don't see Richard really addressing some of this. So now I'm kind of wondering what's the deal.
I want to jump in real quick. Can I say something, please? I just want to say, Pierce, I thought it was an incredible opportunity. If the woman did not do any of the things that are in this viral documentary, she deserves a platform. And I think it was incredible. Let me finish.
I agree.
Tool. Anti-assertions made in.
Hold up.
That's where it is. And
I agree with that. And then Blank Faces UK says she didn't dox herself. It was put on Reddit within hours. That's right. She didn't. They put her out there, guys. They did.
Needed to watch that. Everybody who watched this docuseries needed to see, is this woman really crazy? And if she's not, if Piers had not brought her on, she would not have a voice whatsoever.
Exactly.
She cannot clear up any of these lies because this docuseries is so viral. There's so many people talking about it. It was #1 on Netflix. There has to be tens of millions of people who are watching this. And her character, her whole existence will be destroyed forever if all of these things that were put in this documentary were untrue.
The last time this happened was at Tiger King. Tiger King. Keep that in mind.
Okay, let me bring Chris back in. Chris,
Can I just say one sentence? One sentence. Please indulge me. You can tell I'm ready to go. Yes, every single person on this planet has the right to reply, but not every single person is afforded the opportunity. And this is why, in regards to morality, Piers went wrong, because he decided to platform someone. Just so you know, there are only 5% of stalkers in this country. I lied. It was more than one sentence. There's only 5% of stalkers in this country that are actually convicted. So Piers decided, with his expertise, intelligence, platform, and provenance, he decided he was going to platform an accused stalker. 5% of stalkers are convicted. And there are 700,000 victims of stalkers in this country.
Baby
and yet Piers decided to
Reindeer.
delve into Fiona. And this is why I'm aggy, this is why I'm animated, and this is why I keep interrupting with my black style.
okay, let me bring
The docuseries exposed her. It wasn't hard to see. I mean, the actor should win an award. The actor should win an award for how closely related
Let's
she
be
was to
clear.
the actual person.
Netflix put Fiona Harvey out onto the global platform
No, she
by putting a character in their series.
I think that if it is her, she should have gotten paid too, because this was her story too. I'm just saying.
Which could only have been her, which is why she got recognized within 10 seconds
which means
when
you knew
people
what you were
referenced the messages
So
that
you
were
knew what you were
put in
doing.
the show. Can you please let me
But
finish?
you knew what you were doing.
No, I knew I was
I'm not
platforming a
saying-
woman who wanted to have her say.
And also is potentially a compulsive liar and
Yes.
potentially unstable and unwell. And you knew that with all of
Well,
your
the good thing is,
and your journalistic
the good thing is
opinion. And that
you
why.
are proving right now that I do platform people who
You
might
do.
be unstable.
Yeah.
So let's just
Yeah.
be clear about
And
that.
also conscious.
Yeah.
So yes.
That wasn't at all shade. No.
Right. It's a
Let me
choice,
bring-
but he's right.
let me
I
bring-
could be unstable, but I could also be very conscious, pragmatic, logical.
Okay,
you're not.
and you can also let other people talk. Let me bring
You're really rude.
I don't know what you got. I like her. I like her because you always need somebody in the opposing view. I like her. She's pushing back. That's what I like.
Let me bring Chris back in. Chris, like I said, you spoke to Fiona. As a result of that, will you be taking her case up?
I'm in discussions now with a law firm in London with a view to taking the case forward.
Pro bono
Taking the
situation?
case.
I'm not going to discuss the terms of engagement. All I can tell you is this, Piers. I think that there's a degree to which the main point is being missed here. Netflix have chosen to make vast money, huge amounts of money, from promoting this program as being a true story. And they have done so without telling the public whether, in fact, now that Fiona Harvey has challenged them on that key detail of her being a quote-unquote convicted stalker who was sent to prison repeatedly and multiple times, sent to prison is the allegation made within the program, before
That's not cool. That's not cool. She said, Paula said, then you're a bad judge of character. Why? Because I like somebody that pushes back. You guys are like, pushing back is okay. Now, yeah, I would say she didn't let other people finish, but I do like that she pushed back. Sometimes you got to have people that push back. That's all. Andy did call her rude. I heard that, but I think she really made everybody really think outside of the box. And that was the whole point of this.
And let me just say it like this. I think it's incredible, and because you cannot say that it's fictionalized, you have to also act in good faith. You cannot say, well, I don't want to name anybody, but you have a character that probably did the best acting I've ever seen in my life, because as soon as you brought on the show, I thought that was the person who was acting. This was the real woman who was being accused.
Yes.
That's how closely related the actor was to the actually accused. And so you
See, he has a point there. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, he has a point. She has a point. And also keep in mind that if Richard also didn't consider her mental health state, they didn't do enough to protect this woman, whether she's crazy or not, or whatever y'all want to call her. They didn't do enough to protect her, and that's not okay. Everybody deserves a level of protection, and privacy, right? She's not a YouTuber, you guys. Richard is the one that's the celebrity out of all this. Richard is the one that gets paid. So yeah, they didn't do a good job in protecting her, whether you like her or not.
You can't just say in an interview one day it was fictionalized. No, every sign and symptom of every creation of this documentary made it seem like it was real, all the way down to the characters. And they portrayed a lot of other people who could easily be exposed. There's a tons of people that worked with him, many people that knew him, many people would have known of her.
Yeah.
It's not reasonable to think that they could not be discovered. I think it was incredibly sloppy for them to then throw out all of this information that can expose every single person that he was really referring to, and then say, well, I hope nobody searched. This is the top docuseries on Netflix.
Yeah.
This
Very
is
true.
huge. People are going to search. Why would anybody not? Everybody's curious. Did this woman really do this? She is one of the craziest women on planet Earth, if this in fact is true. And people
And it wasn't a documentary. Thank you, Stephanie, for saying that. Stephanie's like, let me write in all caps. It was not a documentary. Look, you're right. But because simply had it not said based on a controversial true story or based on anything, I bet you people wouldn't even have thought of anything. Before this was a series on Netflix, it was a play. So was she also being bombarded beforehand, or did this just kind of happen? I do kind of have a question about that. It makes me wonder. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, but that's what Netflix said. This is what made everybody go look at this. I agree with Tatum on this one. He's absolutely right.
are enthralled with the docuseries,
Yeah, I
which is
totally
kudos to them.
I totally agree. Let me bring in Andy. Andy, I mean, where do we go from here, do you think, with this?
Well, I have a question for you. All the internet wants to know, and I'm sorry if I missed it, your answer is, has she stalked your producers who reached out? I feel like it's relevant.
Actually,
Other
you know what?
journalists interviewed have said it.
To be honest, she's had a couple of slightly intemperate messages, but nothing particularly out of the ordinary.
That's
But she's
good.
also today had a very good conversation with two of my producers and was in a pretty good place about it all. And look, I think anyone like Fiona Harvey who is suddenly propelled into the global public spotlight, albeit willingly when she came on the show, but anyone who does that, you know, you lose your anonymity in a flash. But of course, the reason she came on was that her anonymity had been shattered by what Netflix did. And as Chris Daw rightly says, the key question, aside from the abject failure of duty of care, the key question is if you say somebody is a self-confessed, by the way, because she was seen pleading guilty, if you're a self-confessed convicted multiple stalker and it turns out none of that is actually true, I think it's a prima facie open and shut legal case, whatever Netflix say. I do know, by the way, that Netflix in their private briefings to journalists so far have produced zero evidence of any conviction, and yet Richard Gadd has been going around. And listen, I'm nothing against him. I think he's a very talented guy. He's had a massive success. He was at the BAFTA Awards last night, and good luck to him. I think he's a very talented guy. But something has gone wrong here, both in the duty of care process and in the legal process, because for a company as big and powerful and rich as Netflix, with all the infrastructure they have to avoid this kind of thing, for them to stamp on every episode at the start, this is a true story, when the culmination of that story may apparently be completely untrue and incredibly damaging to the person they make it about, then I think this becomes a big problem for Ms. Piers, as rightly said. So it'll.
She might have a case, you guys. She might have a case, and that's something that we all gotta recognize. You was a great series at the beginning. I haven't watched Baby Reindeer, but both involve wild ways of stalking. They do. Have you guys watched it yet, or have you guys just been going by what the internet's been saying? Now I'm kind of curious. I'd like to know, did you guys watch it after everybody was talking about it? Because that would be interesting to know. Let me see if I can do a poll with everybody. Hold up, y'all, because I am curious to know. Did you guys wind up watching Baby Reindeer after, hold up, after all the commotion, after everything said this weekend? Did you watch Baby Reindeer? Go vote. And while you're voting, please hit the like button, please, and thank you. Let me shout out a couple people. I got to shout out some people. I just got some notifications. Hold up, y'all. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody. Ooh, wow. Okay, let me just let you guys know. Thank you. Sunny, Sylvia, Diane, Bossy again. Thank you. Thank you, Bossy, twice. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the cash apps. This is going towards the mic. Thank you guys so much. Once I get it up and going, I'll definitely let you guys know and everything. Did you guys watch it? Let me see what the poll says. Let me see what the poll says. So 74% said no, but wait a minute. So y'all been watching all this shit go down on the internet, but not really know like what's going on? You watched it before? You watched it before? As soon as it aired? Gotcha. Gotcha. I just wanted to know. Oh, you gonna start this week? It's the episodes are like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. They're not very long. That's why I decided to watch it, because if I felt like it was too long, I wouldn't do it. Just because I just don't have the time for it. Let me see. Okay. 119 votes. 30% said yes and 70% said no. Well, damn. Because you guys know everything that's going on, but not a whole lot. Y'all like the drama, don't you? I watched the day it aired and I had it on the reminder list. Gotcha. Well, I hope you guys watch it. It's interesting. It's interesting. Just be careful with episode 3 and 4. If you're easily triggered, it is on Netflix, only on Netflix. But let me know, because I want you guys to go back to the videos that we did. Let me know what you guys think. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting point. Terry says, if this was about a man stalking a woman, how would people react? See, Terry, I was thinking the same thing you just asked. The stalker would be canceled and no one would platform them. Look at Schofield. That's a good point. Let's switch the roles. Let's say Martha was the one that put this out there. Okay. And Richard was the stalker. How would you guys feel? Would that be any different? It's a great question. Terry, great. I was thinking the same thing actually, and never even forgot to mention it and stuff. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. All right, guys, I gotta head out because I gotta go tend to baby Bunny. You guys, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate everybody. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on the mic, kind of where I'm at, and then go from there. Okay, I'll post, when we get it on it. It's like, I think it's like 200 and some dollars or something. But I'm excited because I totally want people to stop complaining about my sound. Yes, that's what I want you guys to do. Stop complaining about my sound. If you're here for the La Poubelle thing that was earlier, if you're here for the baby reindeer, we just got done with that, I'll make sure I put a timestamp in there. But yo, if you go watch Baby Reindeer, come back to my comments and let me know what you think, because I'm curious to know what y'all think. Okay, you guys have a great night. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys. Rabbits out. Bye guys.